everyone, welcome to Choosing Gratitude. My name is Karen and I'm your co-creator here. In today's video, I want to share with you a very simple and very powerful gratitude tool that you can start using right away and in the next 30 days. And I challenge you to use this for the next 30 days and you will see amazing changes in your life. So let's get the work started. So in the previous video, I talked a little bit about my personal struggle with this whole process of deliberate creation. Everything sounds very easy. However, when you really start to practice it, you start to realize that, life a lot of times just happens to us. There are a lot of minor negative things that happen to us that take us out of the zone of gratitude, right? I believe this is a pretty real struggle for everybody, not just for me. You may be like in the morning, you may be feeling great, and then, on your way to work, you get a phone call and something happens, you just, and then you instantly start to feel bad, and then your good mood kind of just get ruined, right? On a deeper level, of course, we all know that everything is created by us, by our past thoughts and emotions. However, on the surface level, all of these things just suddenly happen to us, and it's very, very hard, when something negative happens to us, on the spot, we can just turn it around. I believe very few human beings can do that. And my word of advice to you is that, when minor negativity arises in your life, don't be afraid and don't worry. It's pretty common. We're just human beings. Don't be so hard on yourself. When you start to feel negative, right, no matter what triggered you, remember two things, okay? Number one, you need to do is to become aware that at this moment you are feeling negative, that you are being pulled out of your zone of gratitude. Why is it so important? Because a lot of times when we start to sink into the feeling of negativity, we have no awareness. When we lose our awareness, we start to spiral down, okay? Awareness itself is very powerful. Awareness is not judgment, it's not self-criticism. It's simply say, yeah, I'm feeling negative right now. That's it. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to do. And the second thing you need to do is to simply say, I'm willing to transform this feeling of negativity into gratitude. That's all you need to do, okay? All you need to do are having awareness and having the willingness to transform negativity into gratitude. So this is when negativity arises at the moment. You can't really argue with it, because the more you argue with it, or you wrestle with it, you criticize yourself, the deeper you fall into negativity, okay? So this is what you need to do when things happen at the moment. Now, let's get this tool started, okay? Well, I wanted to talk about a process that you can do in the next 30 days before any negative things start happening in your life. All right, so how do you do that? I want you to make a commitment in the next 30 days that you will block out 15 minutes every single morning for this practice, okay? So when you get up, this is the first thing you need to do. All right, so block out 15 minutes. If you have to get up earlier, that's fine, just try to get 15 minutes in the morning. So first, you need to block out 5 minutes, okay? So you can set a timer. On day one, what you can do is you basically take out a piece of paper and you just start writing everything that's currently on your mind that you cannot be grateful for. You cannot be grateful for, okay? So I'm not asking you to write your gratitude journal right away, because a lot of people have trouble getting straight into gratitude because we have so many negative thoughts, right? So many negative things that we have in our mind. All this garbage, will block us from gratitude. So starting right away, on day one, you block out 5 minutes and you write down everything that you have currently on your mind that you cannot be grateful for. Be simple and don't get into too many details, and just write down everything. It could be something that's happening right now. It could be something that happened yesterday. It could be something that happened 10 years ago. As long as it's still bothering you, you need to write it down, okay? And don't let this be more than 5 minutes, because we don't want you to get into a negative momentum, okay? So the purpose of this 5 minutes is for you to just dump out all the negative garbage in your head. That way we can open the door to let gratitude in. All right, so when your timer is out, 5 minutes, stop writing. No matter how much more you want to write on this, just stop right there, okay? And now look at everything you've written and try to just put an item number next to each one, like number 1, I can't be grateful for my job. Number 2, I can't be grateful for my partner, for example, right? So once you have these items, then you look at each item and just find the least bothersome item on this list on day 1, okay? In the beginning, I want you to start with something that's the easiest to transform, okay? You don't want to tackle the biggest demon in your head on day 1, right? So you want to work with something that's easier. So you pick something that's for you the least significant, and the easiest to transform. Now you look at this item and you ask yourself, what do you ask? Is there anything in this situation that I can be grateful for? For example, let's say your item is, I cannot be grateful for my friend who said this and that to me yesterday, okay? And now you ask yourself, yes, your first answer will be, of course I can't be grateful for this. I hated what they said to me, right? But if you look deeper, think deeper, and quiet your mind and try to hear the subtle voice from your higher self, and I challenge you to do that. I know it's not easy, but if you just ask again and again and see what answers you get, you probably will hear a very, very subtle voice or a feeling, that's beautiful, that's not negative, coming out of your mind, okay? You're probably gonna realize that, okay, even though I don't like this situation, there's something in this I can be grateful for. Even though I don't like what my friend said to me yesterday, I'm grateful that I have friends. I'm grateful I'm not alone. I'm grateful for what this friend said to me last year. I'm grateful for how I met this friend in the first place. Okay, let's say one of the things on your list is, I can't be grateful for my financial situation, right? And if you ask yourself, just dig deeper, you may find out that yes, you can't be grateful for your current financial situation, but you can be grateful for the fact that you do have a roof over your head, or you do have money to buy food today, okay? And that's something you could be grateful for. And if you really can't find any reason to be grateful for this, you can pretend, just ask yourself, what if I pretend that I could be grateful for something, right, about this situation? What would it be, right? Or what would be the opposite of this situation that I could be grateful for? All right, once you have your answer, your positive answer, your answer that's based in gratitude, now you can pull out another piece of paper and start writing it down. Now you set your timer for 10 minutes, okay? You start writing this over and over and over and over again. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for the fact that I have a friend. I'm grateful for the fact that I'm not alone in the world. I'm grateful for the fact that somebody actually cares about me. So whatever, that comes to you regarding this situation. And after 10 minutes, feel free to write longer than 10 minutes if you have time. And if you don't, I recommend you to at least write for 10 minutes. And this will change your outlook about this particular situation, okay? And now as the day unfolds, you try to go back to the feeling of gratitude when you think about this situation. Focus on this particular item that you have transformed this morning, okay? And try to think of it, as many times as possible, so you can return to the feeling of gratitude as often as possible during the day. And as the days progress, the next day, the third day, the fourth day, once you feel like you're okay with this item, then you can go to your next one, okay? You work from the least important to the biggest item that's on your list that triggers your negative emotion the most, okay? So in 30 days, ideally, every morning when you start to write spend your 5 minutes to write all your negative feelings, you have nothing to put down. That's perfectly normal, and that's fine. And eventually what you want to do is you want to expand the whole 15 minutes into writing your gratitude journal, not writing your negativity in the first 5 minutes, okay? But just, be playful about this, be flexible. It's not exact 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The reason why we're giving it a time is because I know everybody's busy, and it's good to have certain guidelines about this, right? But feel free, if you feel like writing, spending a little more time doing this, that's perfectly fine. But the only thing you need to be careful with is do not spend too much time writing about your negative list, okay? That's the opposite of what I want you to experience. So we're only using that as a way to just dump all your negative feelings outside of your mind, so you can start welcoming gratitude into your life. All right, so after 30 days, you are going to see a significant change in your life. You're going to start to see that things will happen easier for you, okay? And that is the purpose of this practice. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, or if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you have an item that's really hard to transform into gratitude, feel free to leave a comment, so maybe I can help you with that. And also don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you like it, and click the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.